It's a short guide on how you can use technology to present your PowerPoint. So the first thing we're going to do is I've created here a PowerPoint. Obviously yours is very different to this. This is very basic. I've saved it, save as, so just somewhere that you know it's going to be, that you can find later. So it's all saved, ready to go. So if you're doing a presentation, it's all saved, it's ready to go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is how you could present this on Teams. So you need to open up Teams. Now obviously you're not going to meet with yourself, you're going to meet with your group probably. You're going to start meeting. Okay, obviously you guys are going to have your camera and your mic on. I'm turning my mic off because I'm obviously recording the screen, so it's going to be a bit of an echo. Okay, you can add in different backgrounds if you wanted. You know, you might have something like this going on. You might want to have a bit of Tiger King. Okay, whatever you want to do, you could have, so if you're doing assessment, for example, you might want to have some assessment background. Whatever you want, you can save here by adding new. Okay, let's not go with the Tiger King, let's go with this one. Okay, so I'm going to join. So join your Teams meeting. So if you're doing a group presentation, everyone's going to be in there at the same time. There are all these options at the top. The participants, you can see who's in your meeting. There's a chat there. There's emojis if you wanted to use them. Breakout rooms. Okay, what we're interested in is the share content. And there's a really new cool feature. Let's not keep on coming up. There's a really new cool feature on Teams. Well, I think it's pretty cool anyway. So if we just get rid of this. Okay, so I've got my PowerPoint in the background there. I'm going to go to present. You'll see why in a second. Come back to Teams. All right, so when I go to share my screen, just below that there's presenter mode. You can add a background as well here. I do like the classroom one. You'll see what I'm doing here now. So you can either do standout, side by side, or reporter. I do like the reporter one. And then you're going to go to share your screen. So share your screen is this rectangle with the arrow. Some Macs don't always display this. If you've been running your computer for a long time, you usually need to restart and then it comes back up. I'm using a Mac now. It wasn't working before. I've just restarted my computer because Teams takes up a lot of memory. So you want to just open it up with not many tabs open. It's good to go. All right. So you can either share your screen or your window. I'm going to go share my screen. Look at this. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So I am in my presentation and then you will control it with the arrows here. So you'll be talking about it and then there's your presentation there, which is pretty cool, I thought. As well, if you just scroll to the top of the screen with your mouse, you could have this view. Oh, I'm stuck in a presentation. Or you could have side by side, which is quite cool as well. Or, again, this one here. Okay, so when you're presenting, you could be presenting next to your presentation, next to your slides. And again, it's really good for engagement with your audience, that they can see you, see the hand gestures. That I love to use hand gestures, but you can also be a bit more engaging than just talking over a PowerPoint. Okay, you could just go for the traditional. So rather than you being on the screen, you could appear at the bottom. It's not going to do this for me now because I haven't got any other group participants on the screen, but you could share your content. So we'll just go to content only. We'll share the screen. We know it's on the screen because it's got a red border. And then, so you could just simply talk over the top of this. In my podcast, we will discuss, and then you just talk through it. And then you will appear on the recording at the bottom. Final thing I want to show you on Teams, this is really good as well. If you go to start recording, Teams will record for you, and it will send you a recording, something called stream. So you can upload that stream, save it to your computer, then upload that to YouTube. You've made your PowerPoint, obviously in PowerPoint, you've saved that in the normal way of saving. So a really good software I love to use, can make people feel a bit car sick. I love using it. So this is Prezi. So once you've logged in, this is my Prezi. So you can see here, I know I'm logged in, it's got my name there. There are all these different things you can do with Prezi. We're going to look today at video. Now you can go straight to quick record, but what I really like and what will be really good for your presentation is import PowerPoint. Now, when you're using Prezi, it will prompt you to download the app to your computer. It doesn't take up much space. Here is something that I prepared earlier. It takes ages to download, so this is just for this video. You'll be taken through to this, but it does take some time. So you click on the import PowerPoint, and then I've saved my PowerPoint. I've called it Childhood Ed Vodcast. Open. Now you can see at the top, it's importing the PowerPoint. Now whilst it's doing that as well, you could add in some pictures they've got here. You could add in some text if you want. So this has just come up. We want to import all the slides, so it'll start to populate here. Okay, and you can see on the screen. How cool is that? Ooh. All right, so as well, there's some really cool templates. So, you know, a bit of confetti there. I know some of you are talking about doing the news. Ta-da, here's the news. I really like this one. It's a bit futuristic. There we go. So you can see then you can move through your PowerPoint. And my PowerPoint's really, really simplistic. Obviously yours will be different to this. This is just an example. So how cool does that look? Derek the Weatherman, eat your heart out. How cool does this look? So there's all these different things. This is another cool one as well. In the forest. Okay. So when you are ready, I'm not going to do this now, but you just press record. And then you will record your Prezi. Now be very, very aware. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get a leaf off my face. There we go. Be very aware. When you press record, it only allows you to record 15 minutes. So a way around that is do what I'm doing here. Do a screen record and just record the screen. So use QuickTime Player if you're using the Mac. You can change the size of the screen. Again, ask me in seminars, I can show you. But you could just do a screen record. So if your presentation's longer than 15 minutes, it won't be cut off at 15 minutes. So just be really aware. You could be going fully into your presentation and then you're cut off at 15 minutes. So just be aware that if you do press record, you know, you've got the standard basic package for Prezi. Just be aware that that's going to happen because that will be frustrating for you. So that is how to use Prezi video. So be aware that you need to sign in, you need to have an account. It's free. As a teacher, you're probably going to use it a lot. If you're going to work in education, I'd suggest you're probably going to use Prezi quite a lot. So it's worth getting. Don't pay for anything.